Yes, it's working. Good evening, everybody. How are we? Carl of Hodgie, Mark, Scarbrand, Mike's Painted Minis, Dithy, I hope I said that right, Yamail, John, Rez, Conic. Good evening. Good evening, one and all. Good evening, Peter, William, Mark. Evening, Mr. Gwatkin. Oh, I have had an exhausting couple of weeks. Dahi, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I've had an exhausting couple of weeks, and all will be revealed on Saturday as to why. But I'm glad to be here with you all. On our usual Wednesday stream. We've been on an absolute roll recently because, you know, before I was like, no, I'm too busy to stream, but like, well, sometimes there would be some nights where I would be too busy to stream, as it were, and then I would be like, no, we got to do it. And this last sort of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks, something like that, we've been good. We've been able to stream every Wednesday, which has been fantastic. I'm really enjoying it. Evening, beautiful person, Mr. the Warhipster. Good evening, Captain Manrings. Philip, good evening. Philip, you need to email me after last tales. Hello, Rock Golem. Captain Crunch, dude, you won't have a break with new releases until well after Christmas. Well, yes, isn't that always the way? Good evening, Zorni. Zowny. Jacob. Rez, I'm very well. How are you? How's your ailments? I just realised I haven't even prepped my camera yet for this evening's festivities. Everything's so last minute round here. There we go. I need to just check that we're using the Wi-Fi. Yes, we are. Good. We're not just going to suddenly disappear because I've plugged my phone in. Let's load that bad boy up. Remind me later. Now this should, in theory, if I do that... Hey! Look at that. Will you ever paint blood ravens? I will. I've been a bit busy doing other things. So, as some of you will know, I have a Warhound Titan on the way. And, well, I want to paint it as Legio Solaria. And I have this Reaver Titan that I was thinking... I would paint today to figure out the scheme. And this looks crispy, I must say. I'm really liking this camera now. Good evening, Laura. You've got a War Master Titan, as in a big one, or a little one. So yes, I haven't been. I should just clarify. I'm not in any danger. I just hurt my wrist a little bit last Sunday. I overstrained it after doing way too much stuff the previous week, and today I picked this up just to give my wrist a little bit of a rest in between the downtime, and it's been marvelous today. Wait, big proper size Warhound Titan. That is correct. Black hole eyes. So we're going to be painting this bad boy up today. And I need to look at pictures of it again because I haven't done so in a little while. So I'm just going to pull up a picture. Legio Solaria. So they've got this kind of mottled green thing going on there, which is really pretty. And I think I know how I want to do it. No, not now, Lugubrious Crumhorn. I'm preparing for my actual big Warhound Titan. It's on its way. So Legio Solaria, they've got this lovely bright green that's all stippled and gorgeous, and it's all like it looks like I said, it looks quite mottled and stuff. So I think the base color doesn't matter so much here, but it is like a sort of slightly darker green than perhaps I'm normally used to painting. So like Gut Ripper Flesh isn't quite right, but I think maybe something like, well, no, maybe Gut Ripper Flesh is correct. Let's go for it. We're testing things out today. It's primed in grey here. I'm so hyped to see you paint the Warhound. Yeah. So I will be painting that Warhound live on the internet because it seems silly to do how to paint a Warhound Titan because not many people have them. So I'm going to be painting it live on the internet, and we're going to do it hopefully in a 24-hour stream. I need a picture of a Reaver Titan. How are people on the internet doing their Reavers? So its weapons and head are red, but the rest of it is the same stipply green effect. So how do you usually prime your miniatures so smoothly? Is that only Wraithbone airbrushing, or is it some sort of Zenithal prime? No, I just use a rattle can. I've actually got a video I've been editing I've been filming the last, I want to say 12 days. In that is a section where I do some priming. I will pull snippets from that video out where I can show you how I do it. I just used a rattle can. Oh, farewell gun. Anyway, I'm going to get on with doing this. We're going to chat. And if you could, leave a like on the stream. That would be lovely. That would be marvellous. I would greatly appreciate that. We would be friends forever. There's 56 of you here. 25 of you. If we can get to 50, that would be fab. Right. So we're going to start now. Gut Ripper Flesh. And I don't know if the feet are coloured or if they're metallic, but we're just going to go for it. It's been primed in grey cere here. And we're going to get the Gut Ripper Flesh over all the green. And then I'm going to shade it with Pox Walker to bring it down. So it's not a completely alien recipe, I think, for most of you who have been watching for a while. Lugubrious Crumhorn, my man, you gifting the 10 Warhipster memberships. Sellowellers. As far as I know, Legions Imperialis is not coming in the next 2 weeks. But that's an unfair secret signal because I'm absolutely knackered at the moment. I'm very much looking forward to having some time off. I shall update the ticker in just a minute, Lugubrious Crumon. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you very much for the 10 gifted. Yep, it feels like it's been many, many moons since I've done any painting on stream. And I can only apologise for that. For those of you who like the painting streams. So yeah, it's probably sensible to do the inner workings of the Reaver Titan first. But the thing I'm mostly concerned about getting nailed today is the green. I also think, because it's been a while since I've looked at the Warhound Titan in my hands, I think most importantly for me, one thing I'm going to have to do is just come to terms with the fact that I probably will have to use a bigger brush than a medium layer brush for it. So yeah. What's everybody else working on tonight? If indeed you are working on something. I might leave... No. Yeah, I'm going to leave that plate blank. I'm going to do that in the same... Because ultimately it doesn't matter. You need this kind of mottled green and you need this red. Working on Trug. Ooh. Trug the Troggoth King. He's an absolute menace, that model. One more ankle bit. There we go. This is going to be on the Warhound. Probably the first 12 hours of painting, I would guess. I'm so excited to do it. Especially a contrast painted Titan, man. Oh, we've got a little armor plate just under there. I think the bits that I'm worried about on the Warhound is all the metallics, because I think that could, in itself, could take 12 hours. Which is why I think I might prime that bit in silver. And then just wash the hell out of it. I can't tell if that's armor or if that's... I don't think it is. Is it all looking good on the stream for you guys? Ooh. This bit? Is this bit? Bosh. And we got one last One last bit to do. There we go. All of our green is on. Hang on a minute. There we go. Let me catch up on the chat. Shoot me an email, Phil. I will not be freehanding any battle scenes on the panels. Hey man, small question about Votan. For Uthar, did you paint him also like your custom League skin? No, he's painted in his colours, because that's who he is. But he can lead it because he has the same green, as it were. Well, turquoisey. $10 bottles. I think it'll only need 1 or 2. But I will need to get very specific. I will need to get a pot of gut ripper flesh for sure for it. Maybe a pot of bile red as well. Right, where were we? Text. So Lugubrious Crumhorn very kindly gifted the 10, putting us on 360. There you go. Azure Kite. Hello, Mr. Warhipster. I hope you're having a good day. Did the Sylvaneth painting stream part 2 get taken down? No, it didn't record because I streamed the second part for 16 hours, and YouTube just didn't record it, so annoyingly that's gone. What I do know though for the Warhound Titan stream, which will be another 24 hours, is to only do that in chunks of 8, so it will be 3 8-hour live streams in a day, so that all 3 parts of it will be available online. And I didn't record it because I was being an idiot, and I didn't know that it wouldn't I didn't know that it wouldn't record it. Well, thankfully I don't have to do much prep Seriade, because Peter's doing it all for me. I will buy a couple of backup pots of paint. Any more Kraken tutorials? Not at the moment. I don't have plans for any more. That's very nearly dry. Check out me green. It's a Death Guard Titan. Yeah, so there you go. YouTube keeps up to 12 hours exactly. But I don't want to risk. I don't want to risk getting to 12 and being like 12 minutes and 1. So I'm going to do it in 3/8. Right, so the plan on this was to do Pox Walker next. Hey, look at that. 54 likes. You guys crushed it in the first half an hour of the stream. So, Pox Walker goes on next. This is just to bring it down just a little bit, but not too much. And I don't know why I'm being as careful as I am, because we're going to stipple this thing. So ultimately it doesn't matter if it's all patchy, but I guess, you know, old habits die hard, I suppose. Someone asked me recently if I would do a video that was like how not to paint. And I was like, I don't know if I have it in my bones to do that. How lovely is that green tone? Good evening, James. Used your guide for the Beast Lord recently. My favourite paint job so far. Thank you. You're very welcome, Wesley. Screaming Bell for the melt heat sink. Love me some Screaming Bell. It's a bit bright, Screaming. I do like Screaming Bell, but it's a bit bright for the most applications. I think of it as like... Well, I always find it quite funny how many like coppers and things that Games Workshop produces, and then they never use them. So everything is either gold or brass in their kind of box art paint jobs. It's like Fulgurite copper, it never comes up. Hashut copper never comes up. Screaming Bell very rarely comes up. This paint is goated. So yeah, last time I did a solo stream, I talked about doing a behind the scenes blog type thing, and you guys expressed some interest in seeing a video like that. So the last few days, the last week and a bit, I have been filming that video, and it's been interesting to see the things that have gone into it. So in that video, as part of that video, and I don't know if everything will make the final cut, but I filmed myself actually editing videos. I filmed myself priming models. I filmed every time I've gone to bed. A little blog of all the things I've got to do on that day and things like that. And I was originally just going to do it for a week, but it felt right to go into this week as well. So it's actually been 2 weeks. And I think it might actually make sense to do like a behind the scenes video that lasts pretty much the entirety of a month, like 4 weeks worth. And there's every chance that it'll be like a 3-hour video. Would Eldari Emerald work, or is it just too cold or so strong? For what? Different War Clan colours. Yeah, again, Alex. At the moment, I'm not planning to do any Oryx at the moment. I've been very busy doing other things. More Crusher, I do have one to do. It's on the list. I've got Gordrak to do, which I will do because it will go with the rest of the yellow ones. What greens would you suggest for Venom Sacs and Tendrils? Probably want something really quite vivid, something like Striking Scorpion Green or Hexwraith Flame. They would both work. If you want something a little bit kind of more warm, Mantis Warriors Green would also work. Maverick, nice. Didn't know you live streamed. I'm planning to use your Cadian 90 seconds scheme. Hope it goes well. I'm assembling another squad as I watch. Awesome stuff. We're 4 likes from the magic number, guys. I missed a member. Did I miss a member? Did somebody become a member? I missed it. It says we've got 11 new members today. Hello, Kataro. We have to sit and wait for this Pox Walker to fully dry. Because the stippling should begin in a minute. Two more likes and we reach the magic number, guys. 60 members and we return to 420. I'm just saying. Ricky Colebrook, if you're here, on the road, or get off the road, has arrived. Castellax Bronze is another metallic they never use. Yeah, I use it to try and make other people use it because Castellax Bronze is a gorgeous colour. It's a really nice paint as well. It works really well. Hey, there we go. 69 likes. Nice. Can't wait to see all the things you've been working on. They're coming. Oh, I panicked for a minute there and I thought one of them would be right here. This is where I've been storing things. For those of you interested, Ideneth Deepkin fans, tomorrow painting video coming out is Cyrene's Razors. We've got our Rootness, Tootiness, Fightiness Octopus here. Ideneth finally making their way onto the channel. Here's Cyrene herself. Came up with a really cool sea green armor for all of you to enjoy. My Underworlds fans. You forgot to say giggity. Sorry, Kataro. Giggity. I'm waiting for the Stormcast Drakes that you must have lurking there. I've got Stormcast Drakes up here. We've done 3 videos on Storm Drake Guard. Now I wonder about adding just a little bit more darkness around the edges, but we'll find out as it dries. We'll figure it out. Accidentally did an orc army instead. I understand that, Laura. They are diddy little men's, the old Ideneth. Yeah, I've got some stuff I need to order on Saturday. Thank you for all the replies. I came across your channel by chance, and you got me back into painting Warhammer after nearly 18 years of stopping. Alex, that's awesome. I love to hear that. Thank you. I'm glad I could help. Welcome back. You chose the best YouTube channel on YouTube. Hey, yo. Just gonna have a quick look at these. What do you use to base your minis? I use things like Sterling Battlemire, Astro Granite Debris. They're my two main ones. Armageddon Dust. I don't really use a Grelin Earth. Martian Iron Earth or Iron Crust. Sterling Battlemire and Astro Granite Debris are my favourites. That's why my bases are always so uninspiring. Sterling Battlemire, and if I say to everybody in the chat who's ever watched a bunch of my videos where I've done the basing, what paint do I use to dry brush every single base with? Without fail. I'm going to be buying Fulgrim Transfigured Black Hole Eyes. I owe a Fulgrim tutorial to Cameron. There you go. Everyone's dropping it. Tyrant Skull, Tyrant Skull. There comes a point where I think it might become a bit of a Warhipster meme, that one. Yeah, Fulgrim Transfigured. I'm excited to do him. He looks like he'll be a real fun challenge. So I'll be picking him up on Saturday morning. So I think this is almost ready for some stippling. But I think we'll have to do a kind of like a reverse stipple as well. Because the colour I'm definitely stippling with is Deepkin Flesh. That one. Out of curiosity, why have you chosen to exclusively use contrasts? Because they are a fantastic, phenomenal paint. And I truly believe that, well, I'll give you the story, Maverick. When contrast paint first came out, Games Workshop didn't market it very well. They said, this is a paint where you just throw it on and it looks great. So what a bunch of people did is they went to Warhammer Fest and they got sent the paints, and they went to like tryout days at like UK Games Expo, and they picked up the paint and they dunked a medium shade brush in, flopped it about on the top of a Space Marine, and said, no, this is a terrible product, never use it, these are awful. And other people were like, make your own contrast paints that are better than Games Workshop. Games Workshop doesn't know how to make products. These paints are terrible. These paints are awful. You must never use them. Blah, 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 blah. There was a bunch of people out there saying, these are only for amateurs. These are only for people who don't care about their miniatures. And so on and so forth. So there's a lot of negativity around the product. Now, what I couldn't understand was, on the very same day that they were released, I got to try them for the first time, and I thought they were absolutely fantastic, and they cut out most of the time that I spent faffing around doing things I didn't like doing. So blocking a Space Marine in red, and then shading it, and then having to relayer it with red, and then highlight it. I was like, if I can eliminate 2 steps from every colour with one paint, I will make it work. So I painted some Space Marines. Well, I painted some Slaanesh Demons, which was something that I would never have attempted before. Because I didn't like painting bright colours with non-contrast paints. I just didn't like it, because I can't be but bothered with the faff of going, well, it's a Deathwatch Marine, but the shoulder pad is going to be white, so I'm going to layer the shoulder pad with 2 coats of Celestra Grey, and then I'm going to layer it with 2 coats of Ulthwyn Grey, and then I'm going to layer it with 1 of white, and then I'm going to highlight it with an even brighter white. No, can't be asked with that. What I want to do is I want to put 1 paint over it 1 time and be happy with the consequences of that. That's what contrast paint introduced to the world, being able to do that. With not just like a white paint, or like some of the more kind of, what people used to say were like hacks for painting things. Like, so like when you were like, when Pox Walkers, for example, came out, it was like the hack for these is what you do is you spray them white and then you use Reichland Flesh Shade over them. It's like, cool. What if we could do that with more colours? In a much more saturated thing, right? So I started using them, and I was like, these products are amazing. Clearly everybody, either Games Workshop is teaching it wrong, or everybody is intentionally misusing it and not giving it the time of day. Turns out it was a little column A and a little bit of column B. So I started a YouTube channel to prove that you can make some really cool painted miniatures using contrast paint. And I made 1 or 2 videos on some Blood Angels and also on some Gene Stealer Cults. And that was going to be the end of it. But then I did a video about how to paint Mephiston using contrast paints, and things went a bit nutty from there. And so ultimately, it's been a kind of journey of, when it's a really cool product, you should use it. You shouldn't dismiss it out of hand just because it was marketed wrong. So I've spent the last 4 years painting with these things. Scarbrand. I'm not made of money. What do you use as a lamp for your painting setup? I have 2 Niwa large panel lights. I've actually got a video, Iron, however I say your name, called How to Light Your Desk. I would check out that video, or How to Lighting Your Desk or something like that. I can't remember what the full title of it is. That's looking pretty good. So we're now going to start stippling. So I'm using Deepkin Flesh here, and I'm using a ratty old dry brush. And what we're going to do here is we're going to take some tissue paper, take a bit of Deepkin Flesh, and just dab it like this until I'm happy. And then on top of the panels, I'm going to start slowly building this up. Yeah, as predicted, we're going to need a little bit more darkness in the corners. Whoa. But ultimately, I think the most important thing about contrast paint is it gave me the courage to paint some things that I never thought I would. So a model like Kragnos never would have painted it without contrast paint. A model like Croak never would have painted it without contrast paint. A YouTube channel like Warhipster never would have started it without contrast paint. And I've just been content to paint my blood angels and hate my job. me just examine this up close for a minute. Yeah. I'm very well, Minibang. How are you? So I'm pretty happy with that kind of brightness, but we need to add some depth in because it's not quite right. So I reckon we need some maybe Coelia green shade, you know. So I reckon if we take some Coelia green shade here, that's Storm Fiend, don't want that. That would be awkward. If we take some Coelia green shade and we do a similar thing. Ooh. Just quite roughly apply it. Yeah, that for me right there, that's the one. How long far have you been painting so far on the live stream? 1 hour and 4 minutes ish. What do you think? Legio Solaria. This leg, obviously. I think there just needs to be a little bit of white in there, maybe. I think we found our recipe. I'm pretty pleased with that. I think that looks really nice. Padded witch flesh, do you reckon? From that to that. Rather than that to that. Yeah, you're probably right, actually. Padded witch flesh. I think that is definitely the recipe that I like. I like that a lot. What colour is their trim? Needs quite a dark trim to go next to it, so it'd probably be something like Balthazar Gold. Yeah, my wrist is all right. It's fine. It's just I strained it from carrying some awkward bags, having previously done a lot of painting and continue to do a lot of painting. So I bought this and I've thrown it on for the last for today basically, and it's feeling very comfortable now. Silver, do you reckon, G Steeler? Lead Belcher's a bit bright, isn't it? Surely Iron Warriors is better. No. No, I haven't broken it or anything, Minibang. Don't you worry about that. Well, this wrist I have broken in the past. My right wrist. If you go too bronze, it will look like a tree. Good point, Trent. Yeah, so I had to go to there's a picture there and it's really small. Just show me the goddamn picture. Thank you. It looks vaguely bronzy, but then I guess you could do silver with some brown over it, maybe. Yeah, it was very vigorous bag carrying. No, so last week I think I did something like what was it? I counted it in the end. It was I did something like 60 hours of painting last week, having spent 3 days straight building miniatures, and then we went into town on Sunday, and we had to buy some fresh drip, I believe is what the kids say, for a wedding that we're going to on Saturday. Because I've gotten too fat for my suits. Was why we had to do it. So we did that, and then I was carrying the bag around, having done that. You have yours on Instagram. What's your Instagram, G Steeler? Is it the same? Rez, are you still here? G Steeler. Ah, there you go. I'll see you later, Mini Bang. Oh, I see, yeah. What are you shading that with? Are you shading that with Agrax? or Seraphim Sepia. Welcome back, Minibang. Henry highlight. Yeah, that makes sense. Wait, to which one? Agrax or Seraphim? I realised I asked you two different questions there. What got me to start Warhammer? My mother bought me a White Dwarf magazine after I'd seen my older brother playing it when I was 6 years old. Polska, hey Josh, what has been your favourite unit to paint this year? What have I painted this year? Many things. Favourite unit to paint this year? I'll get back to you. I'll have a think. Yeah, it was a long time ago, Minibang, my first Warhammer. I had a metal Necron. Long, long time ago. How old am I now? 33. And it would have been around about this time, so 27 years ago. Oh no. 27 years ago is when I got into Warhammer. Bosh. Favorite and least favorite model to paint / assemble. Least favorite model to paint is clearly the what are they called? The bikers, because I haven't done them. I started doing them, and then I ran out of time to get them done before the next thing. Because last year's Christmas, I don't know if you'll recall, but last year, this time of year, it was absolutely insane for releases. And that was my first year as part of the kind of preview gang. So getting the models early. So we had things like, we had Votan, we had Slaves to Darkness, we had Battle for Osgiliath. All of that happened. Astra Militarum, it all happened like week after week after week. So like the Pioneers, Hernkin Pioneers, that's the name. They were just one of the things on the list that just didn't get done because I just ran out of time. My favourite models to paint from that range. I really enjoyed doing the Thunderkin. And I really like doing the Grimnir as well. And doing the vehicles was pretty fun too. But then it's a little bit unfair because I don't like painting cavalry generally. because even if they're small and undetailed, you're still painting 10 models at once, basically, because you've got the horse or the mount, whatever, the steed, and you've got the guy on the back. So it's always misleadingly long to paint cavalry units. And that's what the pioneers are. It's the same for like bikers and things. It's why, despite the fact that I love them, I probably won't ever get around to doing a White Scars army, because I just couldn't face doing that amount of bikes. Do you know why I think it is as well? As from a gameplay perspective, every single time I've ever kind of like looked at a book and things like that, especially like for Space Marines, it's always been like, yeah, you should take bikes. And I look at them and I just go, no. They're just not as good as I would want them to be. It's like when I was doing my Blood Angels, it was like, you should take Blood Angels bikes because they're really quick. And it's like, yeah, but jump packs, man. I'm going to add just a little bit of Pallid Witch Flesh here. I'm going to do this now before I do the Coelia Green Shade on the top bit, just to see what that looks like. Yeah, that really works. I'm going to use my stipple brush. Aside from the times when chat is wrong, chat is right 99% of the time. That looks really good. Thank you, Pallid Witch Flesh. Thank you for that suggestion. There we go. Ah. Will you ever do the Crimson Court for Warcry? It's on my list of things to do, Mini Bang. Don't you worry about that. Hey, Adam's here. It's Teen Titans time. I think that's looking sick. We'll do the canopies and things in a bit. What do you think? I know how I'm going to do the red, so I don't need to test that. Because that'll be bowl red. Kataro. Yes, I know the pain. Keep going there, you can do it. I'm very pleased with this. So at least I now know how I'm going to do it when I do my Warhound Titan. So I think what's throwing it off at the moment is that we haven't done any of the trim. Where is the... Is it on the desk here? My shelves are looking empty because all the paints are on the desk. I have been very busy. I'm going to try your suggestion of lead belcher for the trim. I worry that it's going to be too bright, but for my tastes, but we'll see. I could perhaps make this a touch easier on myself by not using a medium layer brush, but there we go. That's just the kind of guy I am. Oh. Good evening, Colonel. I have used my wrist too much. My wrist is fine. It's just a little bit sore from, as it's been termed tonight, vigorous bag holding. So I just threw this little wrist support on to look after it a bit today. you know what? As trim jobs go, this isn't too heinous. I've certainly experienced worse. I thought I'd done it all then. There we go. Hello, Cameron. Oh no. I've missed the knee. you mind if I do this one close to my chest? Save my posture a little bit. There we go. I need your help painting Crondis. Do you want me to get my Crondis out? Got him. Any idea when you will have Ionus on your hands? Yes, Severus. That's all I'm saying. You can see how many paints are on the desk. Right. Oh, he's a bit dusty. Hang on. Okay. Where do you need your help? I'm ignoring you, Katara. For the darker layers of blue. So, the darkest places on him are this section here. Right? So, over the shoulders. The back of the neck, right in there. Along the horns, up around here. We have a little bit of it just here on the leg. And down here at the bottom of the leg, we have the hard scales just there. We have the shoulders come down here, and it comes down there a little bit. The underside of that wing in there. On top of that, just in there, we have the other leg sock as well. We have the underside of this armor plate. We have this trail of scales that comes right down the front on both sides. It's there and there. It comes down over the shoulder, which is all part of this little bit here. And then right down the middle of the spine as well. That's also part of it. Thanks, Minibang. Does that help? This video is already out. Let me see if I can turn the lights down. That might give you a little bit. As long as that helps. Sometimes it's easier to spot if you look at Karazai. If you look at Karazai, it's pretty much the same in terms of the placement of the darker colours. But because he's kind of a more slightly weird colour tone, just tell us your opinion about Ionus and Cathorak. I think it's one of the best miniatures Games Workshop has ever made. I also think as a war scroll, Ionus Cryptborn can absolutely fundamentally break some main armies and their ability to compete against Stormcast in a good way. So things like, because they previewed it the other day, because of the way his breath weapon works, it doesn't initially do like a pile of mortal wounds, but it could do mortal wounds if your opponent doesn't do something about it. Every single hero phase it has the opportunity, and like in turn 4 you're more likely to do 2d3 mortal wounds across a battle round than you are to not do so. But fundamentally, in order to stop that from happening, your opponent then has to use a healing ability on them. If you use a healing ability on them, it just gets rid of that effect. It doesn't bring models back. So that screws with things like Sylvaneth and every Death faction. So yeah, here we go. So here's Karazai, Cameron. So as you can see, it's slightly easier to spot where the darker parts are. It's all the same areas though, so all over the shoulders, this kind of bit area coming down here, the underside of the hands and legs, the backs of the horns and things. Same on the legs, things like that. Thank you, Laura. That's very kind of you. I can certainly give it a try, Kataro. I'll have a look at it. Do you believe Dragon Army with Ionus will be playable when we see all of the... I can't see what that word is. I don't know, Severus. I mean, all Dragon Army is playable now. It was more playable when they first came out because they were pointed so badly. Because they were alarmingly cheap. I don't remember how many points they were when they first came out. I'd have to look in the book. I'd have to look in the book. But they were obnoxiously cheap. And it was very funny. You used to be able to get something like, I think it was 13 Stormdrake Guard into a list. now can't get that many in. Yeah, it's all good. Did you get it gifted, Paul? That's awesome. Let's bring that back down. I think Josh actually got his hand burned by dragon breath, but he can't tell us. I wish. Oh wow, 86 likes. Can we get 14 more to bring us up to a nice 100 likes? Can we get closer to our 420 target of members? Surely, having done as much as I have on a Reaver Titan, that's worth a membership or two. All I will say is, about all of the new models that are coming, they all look amazing. And I don't know which is my favourite. Cities of Sigmar, Sylvaneth, Stormcast Eternals. But Stormcast Eternals have and will always be first amongst sons for me. I love them so much. So when I saw the Ionus model, I was like, damn! It is a phenomenal model, and it's really exciting. And I can't wait for 4th edition, because we're going to get some new Stormcast. They even said recently that there might be some Thunderstrike Liberators coming, which is really, really exciting. Adam, you emailed me, did you, Philip? Good. I shall respond to thee. Not on stream. Adam gifting a 10, like an absolute boss that he is. And Millhouse. Millhouse, thank you very much for becoming a member. Oh, of course it is, Kataro. Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. You already have 3 paintways for Storm Drakes. Will we see another one now with Ionus box release? There might be. There might be another one. I counted up how many Storm Drake Guard I have in my house. I have 4 already. So I've done these. 1, 2. I've done a pair. I did the Black Knight Draconis, and I did Blue Eyes White Dragon Storm Drake Guard as well. So there's our 3. I have 2 boxes of Storm Drake Guard as well, because my plan was to do 8 of them, but then I ran out of time. Favorite Stormcast Eternal? Chamber, you mean, Severus? Agaman. I'll be picking it up, Cameron, don't you worry. I will be picking up Fulgrim. I have not forgotten that you asked for a Fulgrim tutorial. I will be picking it up. Don't you worry. But my favourite Stormcast Eternal's Chamber. Now look, I have 6. I love the Hammers of Sigmar because I really like the stories at the beginning of Age of Sigmar with Vandos Hammerhand, Ionus Cryptborn, and all that lot. Like the beginning of the Realmgate Wars. I really love the Hallowed Knights because of Gardas, Gardas Steelsoul, and Loras Grimm, and Taunus the Redeemed. I think they're absolutely fantastic. Love them. Love them to bits. And also, it's just very easy to do the "Who shall be victorious? Only the faithful." Which one day I want to get a bunch of people who follow the channel in a room so that I can record doing that. Because I think it would make my skin tingle to hear. I mean, ideal world, I could get to a football match and ask them to do. Look, can everybody shout this when I do this? And then record it, because I'd like to hear tens of thousands of people shouting "Only the faithful," because that would be amazing. Celestial Vindicators, I really like them just because they're a really fun scheme to paint. I love the Knights Excelsior because of just how goddamn sinister they are. It's alright, Katara, don't you worry about it. Rookie numbers. Yeah, I know, Dave. Alright. I haven't done the Coelia Green Shade on the canopy up there yet, but what I will now try is the Agrak Surf Shade over the Lead Belcher to see if that's the one. It's not that I don't trust you, it's just that for my own taste, Lead Belcher is like, it's not a dark enough paint for me usually. That's why I really like using Iron Warriors, because it's a really nice base for silver. I might order Vulcan as well as Fulgrim. Because I like to do the Primarchs in pairs. Depends on what my money situation is. And also how much Fulgrim is going to be. I don't know how much he is going to be. I would guess he'll be maybe 100, 110. 120 maybe at a push. And it is Forge World. You can never predict these things. I'm sure someone out there has been sent him. I also quite want to do Corax as well. I've always quite liked that Corax model. This is Legio Solaria, Colonel. Yeah, I guess the Agrax over the Lead Belcher works. I don't dislike it. What do you guys think? Legio Vulpa. Maybe once I've done my Warhound Titan. We have 96 likes on the stream. Can we get to 100? How long have you been growing your beard for? Mine's about 3 years in and about the same consistency as yours. This beard, I don't remember when the last time I shaved was. It'll be whenever I cut my hair. Which was an amount of time ago. Should I see if I have a picture of it on Instagram? When was the last time I cut me hair? It was then. 43 weeks ago. Yeah, so I guess about 43 weeks ago was when I mean, I didn't fully shave then. I don't know, Peter. There we go, 101 likes on the stream. You guys are the best. Love ya. I have to actually shave it on Friday. Because it's a little bit out of control. I'm going to give myself a haircut as well. Because that's a little bit too much. Ugh. I'll kick you off with the first £100 donation. Do you know what I would rather do? I would rather do the Warhound Titan stream and raise money that way than endure growing out my beard again. I'll have a think about it. It's not that I don't want to take part. It's that a lot of people do it without actually raising money, and I feel like if I don't have anything planned to actually attempt to raise money for it, I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it, and that doesn't feel it genuine. It's like when, do you remember the ice bucket challenge? How everyone was just pouring ice buckets on each other, but no one was actually raising money. It's one of those things. And a lot of people were like, I nominate Josh to do it. And I was like, have you donated any money to ALS? No. Well, then, no, I'm not going to do it until you have. Do you know what I mean? Oh god. What's happened? I clicked the wrong button. Hey yo. Good night, Mini Bang. Because I'll have just, I will have shaved all of my hair off as well. The next one, the next one I believe is on the 8th of November. Because there's a reason for that. Hang on. Give me my calendar. Yeah, so the deadline is the 31st, but Tales, the actual stream, is on the 8th, because the last day was the 31st, and then it would have been Tales the day after. And that's not enough time for everyone to have got all of their submissions in. And it's definitely not enough time for me to have put the pack together. Welcome back, Captain Mannerings. So yeah, Tales stream is on the 8th. It's not on the 1st. Have you finished your model now? Look at you all being productive, busy bees. I should put some of these paints back. I might do that now. Robert, that's all right. Don't you worry about that. If you're watching my videos, I can never be mad at you. Jake, you weren't here earlier, were you? There is more Warhammer Underworlds coming. Cyrene's Razors. This video is tomorrow. This is really the one everyone cares about. Don't you worry, my friend. Don't you worry. More Underworld content coming. Right. I'm gonna put some paints away. I'm also gonna just. Where's me paint at? There it is. Big question: Ionus or Belthanos? Just choose one. Oh, that's harsh, man. Because they're both excellent. ST, yeah, Tyrant Blue goes there. I should do shade. I need all three of those. So, Beltan. What's after? Yeah. That's the whole reason I have this open. Yeah. Cassandora yellow. Yeah. Coelia green shade. Yeah, no, we don't need that. Coelia green shade. Drakenhof nightshade. Druki violet. Fuegan orange. Bosch. Croak green. Mortarian grime. Nuln oil. I don't think I need Nuln oil. I have no idea where it is though. Is that it? Yes. Mortarian grime goes there. Pox Walker. Then it would be Reichland Flesh Shade. Then Seraphim Sepia. Then Soulblight Grey. Wherever the heck that is, there it is. Soulblight, Targor, Tyrann. Yeah. Well, look, there's three large monsters for Age of Sigmar that are going on pre-order on Saturday. They are Belthanos, the first Thorn of Kurnoth, Ionus Cryptborn, and Talia Vedra. Which is your favourite out there? Wildwood. Gut Ripper Flesh. Eldari Emerald, Aethermatic Blue, Agaros Dunes, Achelian Green. Am I holding Achelian Green? I am. Achelian Green goes there. Apothecary White, Assaman Blue, Baal Red, Bad Moon Yellow, yes, Basilicanum Grey. Where is that? There it is. Basilicanum Grey, Black Legion. Black Legion goes there. Black Templar goes there. Blood Angels Red goes there. Briar Queen Chill, Celestium Blue. Briar Queen Chill, Celestium Blue. That would be Lioness of the Parch there, Adam. I think SEO has finally broken on that because it didn't auto-correct me last time I looked it up. Where's Creed Camo? There you are. Celestian blue, Creed camo. Cygor brown. Yeah. Dark Angels green. Dark Oath Flesh, Doomfire Magenta, Dreadful Visage. Yep. Flesh Terrors red. Frostheart, and then it would be Fire Slayer Flesh. And then Garagax Sewer. And then Gorgrunt Fur. Years. And then these ones I know, Griff Charger Grey and Griff Hound Orange. GCG GHO. Why isn't that closed properly? That's better. And then Gilliman Flesh just slots in right there. Oh yeah. They did Chaos Players dirty there. Well, doesn't it give you hope that there will be a new Sorcerer on Manticore? X-Ray Flame, Imperial Fist, Iron Jaws yellow, Eandon yellow. Yeah, that goes in there. Eandon yellow. Karandras green goes next. Followed by Croxigor Scales. Leviathan blue, Leviathan purple, Luxion purple, Magmadroth flame, Magos purple, Mantis Warriors green, Militarum green, Nazdrag yellow, Nighthaunt gloom, Orc flesh, Plague Bearer flesh, Pilar glacier. Goes there. Rattling grime. Goes there. Shaiish purple, Sigval burgundy, Skeleton horde. Snakebite leather, yep. Space Wolves grey, that goes over here. Stormfiend, that goes there. Striking Scorpion green, bingo. Talasar blue goes in there. Pterodon turquoise, yes. Ultramarines blue. Blue. Volupus pink, Warp lightning, and Wildwood. Marvellous. Let's face it, Games Workshop need to bring new models for everything all of the time. However, that means your boy Josh the Warhipster doesn't have time to sleep very much. I need to do all the base and layers as well. Ugh. Abaddon Black, Avalon Sunset, Balthazar Gold, Baraknar Burgundy, yep. Bugman's Glow, Calador Sky, Caliban Green, Castellan Green, Catachan Flesh, Celestra Grey, Corax White. Corvus Black, Demonette Hide, Death Guard Green, don't own Deathcore Drab, don't own Deathworld Forest, Dryad Bark, yes. Galvorback Red, Grey Knight Steel, Grey Seer, Hobgrot Hide, Incubi Darkness, Iron Rack Skin, Iron Hand Steel, Iron Warriors. Years. Jucero Orange, Cantor Blue, Corn Red, Lead Belcher. Where is it? I just had it. There it is. Lupercal Green, don't own it. Macragge Blue. Mechanicus Standard Grey, Mephiston Red, Morghast Bone, Mournfang Brown, Nagaroth Knight, Nightlord's Blue, Orruk Flesh, Phoenician Purple, yeah, Rakarth Flesh, Retributor Armour. Rhinox Hide, yes, Runelord Brass. Doesn't live there, it lives down there. Screamer Pink, yep. Screaming Bell, Steel Legion Drab, Stegodon Scale Green, The Fang, Thondir Brown, Thousand Suns Blue, Warflesh, Warplock Bronze, Wraithbone. That was that one. XV88, Xandri Dust. Bingo. We're cooking with gas, guys. Administratum Grey. Administratum Grey, Araman Blue, Alatok Blue. That goes there. Outdwarf Guard Blue, Baharoth Blue, Baelor Brown, Baneblade Brown, Bestigor Flesh, Blood Reaver Flesh lives over there because I don't have space for it. Blue Horror next. Bestigor Blue, Brass Scorpion, Cadian Flesh Tone, Calgar Blue, Canoptech Alloy, Castellax Bronze, Dark Reaper, followed by Dawnstone, followed by Deathclaw Brown. No, that's not right. Yes, it is right. Dawnstone, followed by Deathclaw, followed by T'Challa Lilac, followed by Deepkin Flesh. Dawn Yellow, Emperor's Children, Eshin Grey, Evil Sun Scarlet, Fenrisian Grey, Fire Dragon Bright, Flash gets yellow, Flayed One Flesh, Fulgrim Pink, Fulgurite Copper over there, Gauss Blaster Green, Gene Stealer Purple, Gorthor Brown. Hashut Copper, Hoeth Blue, Ironbreaker, Kabalite Green, Cacophony Purple, Karak Stone, Kislev Flesh, Krieg Khaki, Liberator Gold, Lauren Forest, Lothern Blue, Moot Green, Luganath Orange, which I have over there, Moot Green, Nurgling Green, Ogrim Camo, Pallid Witch Flesh. Followed by Phalanx Yellow, Pink Horror, Runefang Steel. That's where I keep my Runelord Brass because I'm weird. Rust Grey, Screaming Skull. And then these last three. Ugh. White Scar goes down there. Nurgle's Rock goes over there. Techless Blue goes in there. And Stormhost Silver goes in there. Lovely. Oh, that's so much better. So much nicer to look at. And of course, the GOAT of all time, Tyrant Skull, lives on the desk. Never far away from me. Isn't that just a lot more pleasing to look at? I swear to you guys, if you have shelves, like I do, and you're thinking of organising your paints, you want to do them by type, and you want to do them alphabetically. Because if you know what paint you're looking for, you'll find it. Some people were asking, not for an ASMR channel, but they're asking for an uncut video where I just curate a music playlist on it. So it would be, you know, painting the whole miniature on camera. And I was like, yeah, no, that makes sense. That would be like a 12-hour video. Oh yeah, sure, Captain Manners. If you don't know them by name, then organise them however you want. I just know mine by name, and I know them by type, so I know where to look for when. So my shades are all across the top. That's where my contrast paints start, and that is where they end. That's Wildwood, and that one is Eldari Emerald, Aethermatic Blue, Agaros Dunes, Achillean Green, Apothecary White, Aspen Blue, Bar Red, Badmin Yellow, Basilicanum Grey, Black Legion, Black Templar, Blood Angels Red. Hey yo. Oh. But there we have it, guys. It is 11 o'clock at night. We have 100 likes on the stream. We have 22 new members. So a massive thank you to Lugubrious Crumhorn, Millhouse, and Adam, ADR Wargaming, for those gifteds. It's very kind of you, thank you. I have a tutorial I need to finish filming, so I can spend all day tomorrow editing videos for your viewing pleasure. So unless anyone has anything burning they need to tell me, we're probably going to leave it there for tonight. My wrist feels like a cement mixer at the moment. It's not great. I'm looking forward to spending Friday just doing some very light work. And Saturday I'm obviously away. Friday we're travelling as well. Saturday I'm away. Sunday we come back. And then it's back to work. Vulcan tutorial when? Eventually. I have to buy him first. I will check my pennies, and if I can afford him, I will buy him at the same time as Fulgrim. If I can't afford him, then I shall have to buy him in the new year. But yeah, we're going to end things there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I will see you all next week for another stream. I'll see you tomorrow for a painting video. Saturday for a video. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Plenty of videos coming your way. And yeah, have fun out there. I will see you all very, very soon. Love you. Bye, bye. Bye. Bye for now. Bye, bye. 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 Bye.